What is up, everybody? This is the third week of Supercross. We've got a lot to go through. We've got first-time winners. We've got penalties, DQs, injuries, and drama. So please, if you watch these videos, if you come around often, make sure to subscribe, like, share, do all the fun things. Comment down below. How you think this year's going? I don't care. Whatever you want. Just, there's a section for it, so use it. But obviously, being the first two weeks, of the 250 season, Christian Craig just looked like the fastest thing on a 250 ever in the class, at least in the whoops, just smooth as butter. And then the first turn happened this week, which that big 90-degree flat corner where everyone's trying to go to the inside, of course you're going to have a giant pile up, and it just happens to be Christian Craig, which, he was, I think, dead last at the beginning of the first lap, just sitting there trying to kick down his pegs, and it was pretty bad. I mean, like, pretty bad, being that far back, being the points leader, geez, there's the word, and just, it looked like it was going to be a really, really hard night for him, and then he just showed that he was massively quicker than everyone in this class. I mean, he was up to 4th place with 2 minutes 30 seconds to go. You had Mosman, Hunter Lawrence, and Vince Friese in front of him. And, I mean, yes, he was 27 seconds back at that point, but to be dead last in the first corner and only be 30 seconds back, he was moving. And, I mean, the racer first, too, between Mosman and Hunter Lawrence was really close. I mean, like half a second, up and down, a little bit of a slinky. Obviously, some people are better in points of the race than others, but I mean, they looked really competitive. Both of them, and of course Craig, because just hilariously fast. The thing with this track too, they said it on the broadcast like 15 times. All these 90-degree corners, if you don't make the pass, you just lose a ton of time because you take a bad line for it. But it was, I mean, good job for Michael Mosman. Good job for Gas to get their, his first win. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure it's their first 250 win. I could be wrong about that, but somebody tell me. I don't know. And then you had the Hunter Lawrence. I'm pretty sure he could have won this race. He had his one crash in the whoops where he started going, left to right, back end, and he actually ran into the back of Mosman, which, good that it didn't take both of them down. But he ended up second, and you had this thing where Craig and Friese had this like hilarious little, I don't know what you want to call it. Craig went to pass Friese kind of got him back, and you can tell the whole time he's looking backwards. He's just like, he's not racing forward, he's just trying to keep third. So he's looking back, pretty much plants Craig in the corner for a couple seconds. Like, obviously he wasn't going to end up getting third, or he wasn't going to get to second, but 25 seconds back from first place from dead last in the first corner. That, to me, is a good race for Christian Craig, especially if you consider 7-round East-West, whatever season, whatever you want to call it, for the 250s. Like, that's not bad for first, third. Like, he's halfway through the year, and he's been on the podium all 3 times, still has the points lead. I think he only lost, they said 2 points to Hunter Lawrence, and he still has, don't quote me on this, I want to say 6, something like that. So it's still pretty good points lead. With how this year's looking, anything with a lot of whoops, he's just going to be massively quicker than everyone else. And that was the 250s. Mosman gets his first win. Cool for him. Hunter Lawrence second, gains a little bit of points, and Craig third. Really good salvage day. And then the 450s. The 450 class, obviously, just stacked to the absolute gills this year. And I mean, good job for Muscan for coming out, shooting fast, and then, looking like he had a good chance of this, which he didn't, obviously, if you watched the race, he ended up somewhere way down, like 8th, 9th, 10th, something like that. But this is where the 450s gets interesting, because you had Justin Bogle, somewhere in this race, you had Barcia kind of planting Bogle in the corner. I don't think he took him out, or if he, whatever. I'm watching the highlights, so we'll get there in the end. Yeah, he might have. It is Barcia. He might have taken him out. And somewhere, then, again, a couple laps later, Justin Bogle just being, on the revenge tour, I guess he said it was like mechanical problems, but he ended up just straight up standing in a corner, looking left, seeing Barcia, and then just taking him out, taking him right off course, knocking him off the bike. You could tell he just like clutched in and then just let it rip and just took him straight out. But so Barsha got docked a place for his part in this. Bogle got DNQ'd. Did not finish. Whatever. He got disqualified for being a lap down, which obviously, if you're a lap down, you're supposed to let people by. You're not supposed to take them out, even if it's a revenge thing. But who knows? Whatever. But you had, again, the same. You had Sexton up front. Roczen was third until he threw it away again. That seems to be his story of this year. He's going to be running up front and then just throwing away, a good finish and ending up somewhere like 10th or below. Who knows? I mean, it sucks for him. Anderson, again, well, actually, he didn't, sorry, Roczen didn't throw it away. Anderson kind of took him out. A little light front wheel tap, but whatever. Sexton, he led this whole race. He just looked like a rocket ship. No one could touch it. Anderson might have had a chance until the Kawasaki decided it just did not want to work. Obviously, if you watched it, it was smoking pretty good from about 13 minutes in, so he just kind of had to nurse it home, which sucks because he was showing a lot of speed, and all the passes he made just went right out the window. Tomac got by him for second. Ferrandis got by him. Webb. But again, Roczen he fell from or got slightly taken out from third, and he ended up 8th or 7th, 9th, 7th. So it just, you didn't get very much. You didn't get any speed back. Didn't catch up. So it sucks. And that's just another bad points weekend for him. Especially when you consider like Tomac's up front, Webb's up front again. Barsha did finish behind him, so I think Barsha ended up losing the red plate here. Muscan, who was first for a few laps, ended up 10th. But you had the same, Bogle was 4 laps down at one point. I don't think, what's his name? AC didn't even start this race because I think he tweaked his knee, something like that. So, another injury for AC, which sucks, shoulder and knee, but I don't know. Who knows how that's going to work out for him, but same people in the top 10. You had Sexton, Tomac, Ferrandis, Webb, Stewart up there, Plessinger up there, for a second week in a row. He was 6th, but still top 10. Roczen, Barsha, Anderson fell down to 9th. I mean, he looked like he had all the speed in the world this week. The bike just let him down, which you don't see very much in, especially on a 450 ride, but who knows, clutch could have been fried, hose going to come off, who knows what happened there, but it was a pretty exciting weekend, especially considering, you have 2 first-time winners, you have a DNQ, or disqualification, which barely ever happens, penalties, injuries. I don't know, tell me what you think down below. Was it a fun week? Did you have fun watching it? Did you like the track? Do you think Barsha is going to come back and get the red plate back, or do you think this is the, what most people say, the inconsistency start for Barsha, and he's just going to fall off the face of the planet again, or whatever it is? I don't care. Tell me what you think. I hope you liked the video. I'm going to, again, try and include some little clips here and there for stuff, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.